even though this is a top-selling vacuum, it's got excellent reviews on it, I think the Aspiron has nudged it out in my house. In my opinion, this is the one that I would recommend. All right, so today we're going to be comparing these two bagless vacuum cleaners. Both of these were sent to me at no charge for this comparison review. And so we're going to look at all the features that they have. They're very, very similar in features, but some are pros, some are cons. You're going to like some, you're not going to like others. And so let's take a look at these. We're going to be looking at the Aspiron, and this is actually a 16-pound bagless vacuum cleaner. And then we're also going to be looking at the Eureka WhirlWind. Now this is only 8 pounds. So what I want to show you first is the canister. I have already vacuumed with these, and I'm going to show you how well they vacuum. But this is the canister from the Aspiron. And what I want to tell you about this is that I vacuumed after vacuuming with the Eureka. And this is what we've got in the canister after I vacuumed with the Eureka. Now, I do want you to notice that there is a filter right here. This does have a double filter system. I'll show you that other filter. But this filter is just going to pop out, and you can clean it. Look at that. Just after one vacuum, it's full of dust and dirt. We do have dogs that stay in the house, and so it's very important for me to have the filter. The Eureka is completely a bagless canister and does not have a filter. Let me show you the hair I got from it. Now, the thing about the Aspiron is that it does come with extra filters, and so you're not going to be left in the dark when it's time to change these out. So that's super nice to have that. Both of these canisters do come out super easy, single-handedly, just like that. Now, this has a top dump or it has a bottom dump. It does also have a max fill line there. So this is what it looks like. Let me open this up for you so you can see. I vacuumed first with the Eureka, and that's the amount of hair that I got. This is coming out of carpet and out of a hardwood floor. And so we can dump it from the top, or we can open up the bottom. Either way, easy dump just like that. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is the hoses and the attachments. We'll start with the Aspiron first. Now, what's really nice about this is that it does have a hook there for your hose, and this is adjustable. You can extend it, you can retract it, you can do whatever you need to with that. It does have multiple brushes on the head, and you just push this button here, and you can do that with your foot. I'll show that to you. But you do have multiple brushes here across the top to kind of scour or to get down deep into your carpet. Now, I don't like the way that either one of these work on the carpet, and I'm going to show you why here in just a minute. First, I want to show you some attachments here. So this head does come off. Now, I want you to notice it just slides on and off just like that. It does not lock into place. To me, I don't like that very well because you can bump it on something and you can accidentally pull it out. So it does not stay on there permanent. It does not lock into place. You do have a bag of attachments here. You got a crevice tool, you got a little brush tool, and some other things here that you can put onto the vacuum. Personally, I like this right here. Now, the centrifugal force of the suction is going to cause this brush in here to rotate, and that's going to get down deep into either your carpet or furniture, upholstery, couches and chairs and things like that. Super nice. The Eureka also has a clip right here, so you can put your hose on it and store it away easy. Now, the Eureka actually does lock into place. Now listen, it locks into place. You can't accidentally bump that or pull that off. You do have to release the button. And so I really like that feature. And then you can add extra attachments to that. This also is extendable, just like this, so that you can put it to, like if you was doing curtains or if you was getting right up on top of a ceiling fan or something like that, you could use that with an attachment on it. It does not come with any extra attachments other than what we have right here, which is a nice little brush all ready to go right there at the top. Both of them do have your suction control, suction adjustment right here. So you can have full suction or you can have less suction. And speaking of the suction, I think suction numbers are very, very important. And the only information I can find on the Eureka is that it does say maximum suction power. Maximum suction power. Well, what is that? The Aspiron actually says that it has 24,000 PA. This is a 1200 watt vacuum versus a 900 watt vacuum. So the suction power is going to be greater in the Aspiron versus the Eureka. That's why you saw in the canister it picked up more hair, more dust, and more dirt, because it has just a little bit more power than the Eureka. 24,000 PA, what does that mean? If you are using a handheld vacuum cleaner in your car, for example, this works, you know, that handheld vacuum cleaner, that's about 9,000 PA. Your robot vacuum cleaners that do that automatic cleaning for you, they're somewhere between 3 and 9,000. An upright vacuum cleaner that's got the brushes is going to have a higher, up to 45,000 PA. So this being a 24,000 PA is super nice. I really like it. It is a vacuum that is just got more suction power than the Eureka WhirlWind. So both of them do have retractable electrical connections. Now this one is 16.4 feet, which I really like that because I can do 2 rooms with the Aspiron, and the Eureka is about 10 foot. So I can only do 1 room at a time, but they are both retractable. You do have to help both of them. They're not all going to go right back in the way that you want them to. Now, one thing I did notice on these is that both of them do have a yellow sticker, which means slow down, and then you got a red sticker, which means stop. So you don't want to pull that cord completely out, but they got those on there just for safety reasons. Now that is a whole lot better than trying to wind it up. Now on the Eureka, as I said, it's got about a 10-foot cable on it. And it also does have a yellow sticker to slow down and a red sticker to stop so that you don't pull it out too far. You're just going to push this button here and it's going to wind it back in just like that. Really nice. Again, this one is 10 foot versus the Aspiron, which is 16.5 foot. Now, I did want to show you on the head. This is a very similar head to the Aspiron. You're going to be able to push these brushes out and use that to get down into your carpet. Now, I do want to check performance, because performance, as I said, is a big deal to me. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in, and I'm going to show you how it runs on carpet, and then I'm going to show you on the hardwood floor. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take a look at how it performs on carpet. Personally, I do not like it on carpet. Both of them say that they are good for carpet and for hardwood. I disagree. Let me show you why. See how the head bounces? I think what you need in the head of any vacuum that you're doing carpet with, I think you need brushes so that you can get down into the fibers of the carpet. And then if you wanted to put the brushes down, you're just going to step on it just like that. And then that's even worse. You can see what it's doing to my carpet here. It's not getting down into the fibers. It's just bump and go, and I don't like that at all. And so I would not use this on the carpet. At least I wouldn't use it on this carpet. Swivel head on it. So we just dumped some dog food here. Just like that. Now when we look at this carpet right over here, it works well on this carpet, but it does not work well on that low pile carpet. It does get really good underneath furniture, and it's lightweight enough that I can get back behind it and really reach back there to get dog hair that has blown up underneath. So I really like the way this performs. I like the ability to swivel around, to get underneath tables, to get underneath the furniture and not have to move stuff out of the way. So this works really well. I like it. It's 8 pounds. 8 pounds, so I can carry it around while I'm vacuuming. And then while I'm vacuuming, I can remove the head And I can move this into place, and then I can get into crevices. You see how down in this crevice you get a bunch of garbage and food and crumbs? Look at that. And you're not going to damage it. This is a faux leather. You're not going to damage it. I don't have to go around looking for an attachment. The attachment is right there on it. I did want to show you here in just that little bit what we was able to pick up. So we're just going to look at it from the bottom. Look at that. I vacuumed in here twice already. So we just finished up with the Eureka WhirlWind, and we're going to give this head a try. And I want you to notice on this head, it does have a rotating brush, which is going to work really well on this fabric dog bed right next to us. Depending on what you are vacuuming, if you had some electronics or maybe you had a delicate couch or something and you didn't want to use the full power, that's adjustable. It does a little bit better on the carpet, but it's not a deep clean, you see. It's not getting down into the fibers of the carpet. And you can see how the head bounces across the carpet. And you can look at my carpet here and see how it just kind of is a bump and go, bump and go. It's not getting down deep the way that I would want it to, like a typical upright brush-headed vacuum. It's got good rolling wheels on it. Just pull it along with you. And you can get back into places without having to move your furniture. So you can get back there and that head will swivel around. It'll pick up stuff that you don't normally pick up with a typical upright vacuum. So this is doing a fantastic job. Now, as I said, it does come with attachments. You got a little crevice tool that you could use to get down into the cushions. You got a little brush here, which is really nice. And then this is going to connect to your vacuum, and you can put all of your attachments right there. And you also do have another small brush tool right there. Last thing I want to show you here is that this does have a double filtration system. Here is one filter right here. This is going to be your exhaust. And so, you know, every time you run a vacuum cleaner, it has an intake and then it also has an exhaust. And a lot of times that exhaust is going to push out extra dirt. That's what's going to happen on a canister vacuum. For example, like the Eureka, we saw that dust and dirt over there that come out after cleaning it. This is going to help keep all of that filtered inside. Now, I really do like both of these. I can't say that I like one better than the other. What I do like is the fact that this does have a double filtration system. And so you are going to keep your level of dust floating in the air way down. And these are HEPA filters. And so you don't have to worry about your dust mites and your floating dust, your bacteria and your viruses. They're going to get picked up right in here, stay right in the vacuum itself, unlike the Eureka that has no filters at all. Now, after using the Eureka and then the Aspiron, this is what we picked up after the Eureka. To me, that's pretty impressive. Of course, I did another dog bed, but there's so much more suction power to the Aspiron than the Eureka that I think that this is just nudging out ahead. It does weigh a little bit more, but it doesn't seem to be less convenient. I mean, 16 pounds is it's a pretty lightweight vacuum cleaner. It's got big rolling wheels on it so that you don't have to worry when you're going across carpet or if you're going across hardwood floors. It also has a swivel head right up here so that you can go back and forth, and it just turns really easy on your carpet. So, you know, when we are comparing these two, they have so many similar features, it's hard to really pick one. I like having the convenience of everything right in the hose for the Eureka, but I do like the idea of this having a greater suction power than the Eureka. and it's got a bigger canister to hold more dirt if you've got a larger house, or if you've got a lot of hair, pet hair, dust and dirt around on your floor like we do. In my opinion, I think the Aspiron is just beginning to edge out over the Eureka. Even though this is a top-selling vacuum, it's got excellent reviews on it, I think the Aspiron has nudged it out in my house. In my opinion, this is the one that I would recommend.